Dune Part 2 director Denis Villeneuve has reacted to Christopher Nolan's review of the sci-fi film, in particular addressing a comparison the Oppenheimer director made. The upcoming film adapts the second half of Frank Herbert's seminal 1965 novel, which sees Paul Atreides become a key figure of the Freeman. Nolan reviewed the movie earlier this month, comparing it to the Star Wars film The Empire Strikes Back. Speaking with Games Radar, Villeneuve reacted to Nolan comparing his film to Star Wars. The director said he was honored for the compliment, citing Empire as his favorite of the series. Quote, "It's a comparison that I would have never dared to do myself. I think it's a beautiful compliment because Empire Strikes Back is by far my favorite Star Wars movie. So, it's like, coming from Christopher Nolan, an incredible compliment." There are some similarities between both Dune and Star Wars, of course, despite the two being ultimately very different from one another. Both series focus on a young man, Luke Skywalker, and Paul, whose destiny involves freeing people from the tyranny of a galactic empire. It also prominently features a desert planet, with comparisons between Tatooine and Arrakis able to be drawn because, look around, it's pretty obvious. However, Dune's chosen one story is very different from Star Wars, as Paul manipulates the prophecies planted among the Fremen by the Bene Gesserit to his advantage. With a darker tone and complex themes about prophecy, Dune is a much different story than that of the more familiar sci-fi franchise. Since Dune Part 2 reviews are praising it for its sense of scale and visually impressive effects, the franchise is shaping up to carve out its own space in the sci-fi genre. While Star Wars comparisons are inevitable and, based on Villeneuve's reaction, sometimes justify, the series stands on its own as a very different science fiction story. Because of this, the new movie will prove to be a different type of film than those unfamiliar with the franchise may anticipate. Things get a little bit weird in the second half.